Hi guys, it's Shayna. So today I'm going to be talking to you about some changes that I've faced in my reading habits this year since 2017 is almost over. Yay! I don't know about you guys, but this has been a crazy stressful year. It's been stressful for the world, it's been stressful for our country, and it's been really personally and emotionally stressful. To be honest, I haven't had a year quite this stressful or emotionally fraught basically since high school, and that's saying a lot for me because high school was a nightmare. Don't want to do that ever again. But anyway, let's get back to talking about changes in my reading. So the most major change that happened to me this year was that I really decided to focus on quality versus quantity of my reading. In the past, since I started blogging about books, I really focused on quantity because I wanted to be able to review books 3 to 5 times a week. And I would read between 100 and 125 books per year. That definitely did not happen this year. I suffered a major reading slump last year up until about January of this past year, and it really slowed down my usual reading pace, so that really affected me as well. However, even though I read fewer books, I read about 57, probably 58 by the time the year is over, hopefully, because I'm reading The Bells right now and it's really good. But anyway, even though I read fewer books, more books I found were better because I focused on reading what I thought would be really good rather than focusing on reading things because they were short or because I thought I could read them really quickly. And I can only really think of 1 or 2 books that I genuinely hated, and that would be Stags, which is a 2018 release. Don't read that. It is total and complete garbage. And also Wicked Like a Wildfire, which was just bizarre, and I honestly still don't know what happened in that book. Anyway, another major change that happened in my reading was that I added more poetry to my reading list, which was really great because I realized that I actually really like reading poetry for fun, which is something I discovered about myself in high school, but I really haven't explored poetry very much since then. And in addition to being inspired to read more poetry, I was also more inspired to write it. I started a poetry Instagram, which kind of fell off the wagon a little bit after a couple months because I just wasn't reading poetry as consistently and didn't feel as inspired to write it. But hopefully in 2018 I'll feel inspired to pick up my pen again and continue writing poetry. I also realized that despite the fact that I've been saying that I don't really like YA fantasy that much, I do actually like it. I just realized that I am very picky about it and there are certain tropes that I just can't stand. For instance, Violet Eyes, Prophecies, and, Violet Eyes and Prophecies are really the big ones. In addition to that, another change that happened was that I let myself fall victim to the hype monster more than a few times, and it turned out to be mostly a good thing. Usually I avoid hyped books or kind of hate read hyped books because I'm expecting that they're not actually going to be that good. However, the books that were super hyped that I decided to pick up mostly because of the hype, for the most part, ended up being really good. I did that with Caraval, which was amazing, and also recently with Gentleman's Guide, which is in another genre that I don't read very often, historical fiction, but that ended up being completely amazing, and I'm so happy that I decided to let myself fall victim to the hype and read it. So that's about it for bookish changes for me this year. I will be posting some more reflective videos, hopefully, over the next few days, and we'll be discussing my reading and writing goals for the next year. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to comment on what your changes have been in your reading over the past year in the comments. Bye!